In this exercise, we're going to build a program that uses a do-while loop. And in this case, we're going to look at a specific situation where a do-while loop is preferred. And just to let you know what that is in advance, it has to do with prompting the user to enter some data. We're going to play a guessing game where we're asking the user to guess a randomly generated number from 1 to 10. And we're going to continue prompting the user to enter the number until they either get it right or they decide they don't want to play anymore. So we'll get started by first of all creating a couple of scanner objects. We need one scanner object for the number and another scanner object for the continue or not prompt. And you'll see what I mean by that in a minute. Then we need a random number generator object. So we'll create that. We need a string object to capture the user's input on whether or not they want to enter another number. And then we need integer variables for the number that we're going to generate randomly and the user's guess. So now we're ready to generate the random number. So we'll do that in this line. And then we're going to create a char variable cont or cont, which we're going to set to y, assuming that the user wants to continue at least through the first time. Now we set up a do-while loop. We prompt the user to guess a number, get that number from the keyboard, and then check to see if the guess is equal to the number. If it is, we write out, "That's right," and stop the program by issuing a break, which will break out of the do-while loop. Otherwise, we're going to write out a prompt that says, "Sorry, do you want to guess again?" And then we'll give them a little hint that it's a yes or no answer. And again, we have to get the user's input into a string and then convert that string into a char. But we've done that before, so you're familiar with that. And now we hit the while. While cont is not equal to no. So in other words, if the user enters yes, then we're going to go back to the top of the loop and ask them to guess a number, and then check the guess against the number generated. If they enter no, then we will stop. By putting the relational test cont not equal to n at the bottom of the loop in a do while, we keep from having to prompt the user twice. First at the beginning before we go into the while loop, and then again at the end before we go back to the top of the while loop. By doing it this way, we only have to prompt the user one time. So let's run the program and see if it works. Clear the screen. And then let's run it. Chapter 16, Part 8. So we guess the number. We'll just start at 1. Do we want to guess again? Yes. 2. Do we want to guess again? Yes. 3. And that time we got it right. Let's run it again. Guess the number 1. Yes. 2. Well, I'm tired of playing, so we stop. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm tired, so I'm going to stop. We know that we can get it right because we got it right on 3. So there's an example of a program where the do-while loop is preferable to the while loop. Again, for most situations, a while loop and a do-while loop can be written to do exactly the same things. But in some situations, a do-while loop is preferable, and this is one of those. Now we'll move to the last exercise in this chapter where we work with the for each loop.